How you want make I tell you say I don't do you 419?
Oh, na 419 do me.
No. I beg, just tell me which style you want make I tell you say I don't chop your money.
Which style is good?
Can you imagine? Hey, wow.
Run, no.
Crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening.
Problem. Another problem.
My name is Asitonka Agri Abba, and channel is called Asi Darling because I'm such a darling. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Asi Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below. Let me know. Gang. Guys, crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening for real, especially in this my wedding industry goes, man. So recently, our lovely blog, Mr. Shrebi, ran a poll and said, tell us something surprising or annoying that happened at a wedding. So probably your wedding or wedding you attended, and away people went out, the interwebs, people were replying, and I'm going to be doing this video to show you like some of the comments that we got in. Okay, sit back, relax and enjoy. So the first person said, for we professional party rockers, I've seen a lot, but the funniest of all times was the groom refusing to start the engagement because the boss conveying his mother and some relatives got bad on the road. Family and father-in-law was very much around, but the groom refused to start anything. The heavily pregnant wife has cried her eyes out. Everybody ate and started leaving the venue. We, the Ashrebi ladies, were the only ones standing, and a few close relatives. My sister, groom's mom, and her friends arrived past 7 p.m. when all the alagers and other vendors had gone. We ushered her out around 8 p.m. An elderly man prayed for both of them, and we closed the wedding around 9 p.m. The marriage packed up in less than a year. Oh, I didn't see that ending coming. Wow. For me, I don't know if it's bad because he must have been worried about his mom being on the road because the boss got bad. But if the father had assured him that, okay, your mom is safe and fine, I think they could have started the ceremony, because of course his bride is pregnant and then every other person is there. I also understand that yes, it can happen both ways, where people really want both parents to come. So but the most important thing is that both husband and wife are in unity. So but it seems they were not, because it packed up in less than a year. And next story said the bride's sister slapped the groom's sister-in-law during the couple's first dance. This kind of violence. Some of you that just like slapping, you meet somebody that will remove your eye. You be very careful. I know that emotions can be heightened, and sisters versus sisters, or sisters versus in-laws, and some of you are in-laws of the couple, either bride or groom, and you come to wedding and you're overdoing. They need to do past themselves. You're not even the direct brother. You're like brother-in-law, or you're not even the direct sister. You're sister-in-law. Calm down, really, calm down. Next one says the groom refused for the bride to go and change into her reception dress. Later agreed. Some of these things are just bad signs. You know, it's bad vibes. It's little control. The truth about weddings is that a lot of money is involved. If she doesn't change into the reception dress, like, where is she wearing it to? Do you get? You just want to waste the money, because the truth, most times after wearing that dress once, you most likely might not wear it again. It might not be your size if you get pregnant and all of that. So allow her wear her dress. Next one says the groom's sister threatened to scatter the wedding. All these threats, we always get all those things where people are acting overzealous. Another one says a lady in her 30s kept saying how she knew the bride who is in her 20s when she was running around naked as a child. Some of you, I don't know if you get a high out of condescending remarks. You know, when the groom is the groom is at his wedding, you see one auntie saying, hey, see this small Ikena that used to run without pants. Well, I don't get it. Like, do you need to make condescending remarks to show the level with which you know the person, or to bring him down just because he's forming groom or she's forming bride? You just want to tell people you know her when she was playing under the rain or something. That's really off-putting for me. I don't know about you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Next one said, my wedding gen went off for an hour. Brother-in-law wanted to take over from the MC. I covered my eyes in shame. Yes, this gen matter. I remember December, vendors were talking, and somebody said in a particular hall, which is a popular hall in Lagos, they bought bad diesel. They didn't know the diesel was bad, so the generator went off for hours. So yeah, it's something that can happen. So most times I tell people just pray, because some of this temptation them is just too great. There's only so much the planner or organizers can do about it. Next one says the bride family only focused on their guests. They didn't care about the groom's family or friends. See, you know this one, it's so crazy. As Mr. Shebi said, this one I can't blame anyone. Sometimes the things that go on behind the scene before the wedding, they will make you take selfish decisions. Yes, I get her point, but I always say this. If you finally allowed your if you finally allowed your daughter to marry into this family, you are one. Make sure that whatever you're doing, especially as the bride's family, please make sure that whatever you're doing, your daughter does not go there to suffer. The groom's family can be stubborn because, you know, as Africans, it's the bride that is going to be in their family. But please, as the bride's family, try as much as possible not to make the marriage stressful for your daughter. I don't get it when people come to weddings, and I have seen it. I won't even lie to you guys. I've seen it where people come and they are selfish. One is you're bringing your own caterer. The caterer cannot attend to anybody. The caterer is coming for your own friends. It's crazy. This is not your wedding. If you wanted to entertain your friends, take them to your house. You don't use your brother's wedding as an entertainment point, you know. Make sure that if you're bringing extras just as a way of backup, you're also caring about others. So if the groom's family, they need a bottle of wine or something, also take to them. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This happens more than you think. Next one says we hired a male DJ only for us to come in and see a female. I don't know if you people asked. Sometimes these DJ names can be confusing. Yeah, and female DJs are actually good, so don't worry about it. The next one says the MC came 4 hours late to the reception. We had finished eating and waiting for him. Some people are just very unprofessional. Very, very, very unprofessional, because it is crazy. The next one said it was my wedding. About 3 guys were working together to steal money that guests were spraying. I don't get why some people dress up and go to weddings to steal. Because after this time, you start entering highway. You know, I did a wedding and all these server boys were just busy picking, and I caught one. In fact, that was so funny. I caught him say, pour it. He didn't know I was still behind him. He went round to pick again. Picking in your mind, you're like, hey, I went to wedding, I picked 20,000. You're a thief. You're a thief. And that is how it starts. No, you're not sharp. You're a thief. Huh. Well, the next one says groom's sisters were mean to the bride's friends and they said they shouldn't serve them food. Ask the bride's friends what they did first, because yeah, I think we've experienced a situation like that where the bride's friends were super, super, super rude, and then when it's time for food, they now want to come and be like, we have not eaten. So the people will be like, you have not eaten, and so do you get that kind of thing? So yeah, sometimes if they didn't do anything and they are just rude, then bele, so sorry. The next one says my ex's aunt walked up to me while I was dancing with my husband to complain I had left. What does this mean? Your ex's aunt, who invited her? Sis, I think you invited her. I don't understand this, your comments. Next one says someone stole the bride's mother's cloth from her wardrobe. The one she was supposed to wear for her daughter's wedding. They searched everywhere, but it was nowhere to be found. She had to wear what she had at home, a different color entirely from that of her husband and the in-laws and the one the in-laws wore. After the wedding, the bride saw it in her new home. The person wrapped it as a gift for her. They had to burn the cloth too. Wow. That is wild. Fam. Next one says, see guys, this is, if you do not watch like my other videos, I have a playlist called the Scary Wedding Stories. Go and check it out, because this is legit a scary wedding story. If you want me to bring back the Scary Wedding Stories series, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Of course, we have heard more things, so definitely I have gist. This next one says the bride's dad took over the drinks and became the server. Groom's mom got angry and said no one must serve food. It wasn't funny. My scarf got loosened while entering with my second outfit, but my baby and his men surrounding me made sure my makeup artist fixed it. Then he whispered into my ear that he loves me. Omo, morale was high again. Hey, yeah. People, they go through things, so. But yeah, of course, it's good that her husband stood by her. Bride's father wasn't in support of the wedding. He brought policemen and touts to chase us away. Omo, the groomsmen chop beating. Oh my God, this one is funny. Why now? He said, my photographer and videographer left and stopped picking calls before or after party. Did you pay for after party? That's also another thing. Some of you assume that the photographer does not have anything to do, so they'll stay with you from 6 a.m. till 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. when you finish your after party. I don't get it. So some of you, your contract is 8 hours, 10 hours. Sometimes they even stay till 7, 8. Please, let's be considerate. If you didn't pay for after party, then maybe that's why. This one said the wedding cake fell. It wasn't funny. You know, we've talked about cake falling before. Sorry. This next one said, at my wedding, a family member carried my wedding cake and shared it to everybody. What's the family members at wedding cake? The next one says, my dad's relative brought one Fuji singer to be competing with our live band. What kind of poisonous gift is this one? You're bringing gifts for somebody's wedding and the gift is being a distraction. Please, no. Next one says, MC asks people to donate for the couple. Order from the couple, or is it a thing? The first time I heard an MC do that, I had to call him aside and he said that it was the groom that asked him to do it. It was such a weird vibe. Like, they had a plate for the bride to stand up and people were coming to drop the money. He had plates for groom. At one wedding, I don't remember where I attended it, but it was weird. This next one said, the photographer said his camera spoiled on the day of my parents' trad. This was in 2002. They didn't have any trad pictures. Fast forward to 2021, when my parents had their blessing, the photographer hasn't sent any pictures from that day. Why are they still using the same guy? I hope it's not the same guy. So this next one says, my wedding decorator removed the couple's sofa right before reception until he got his balance. Why didn't you pay your decorator his balance before the day? Please, let's not be doing some kind of weird things. Pay your vendors. You know, some of you are so weird. No, I'm not going to pay them. I want to pay them after. Are you not going into your marriage? Why should you be sitting down like a tax collector and be giving people 2 naira immediately after you marry? Like that's an assignment. No, if you didn't do well, I will cut your money. Or if you didn't do please, let's be very careful. I've told the people, if you scam or you owe or you cheat a vendor to use and enter your marriage, you're heaping curses on yourself. Bet, debts, and marriage. These are 3 pivotal points in a man's life. Unfortunately, the bet and the debts, you're not fully aware of yourself. So it's only the marriage point, that shift. That's the only time you're fully aware. So please be careful of the choices you make in terms of these things. Don't go and owe one Izemo's daughter now. They go and swear for you. Because the truth is, to catch you, even if you're a Christian, seed time and harvest doesn't fail. So the moment they sow the seed, make sure you pay them. And just so that you have peace of mind. Next one says, musician I booked Japa to UK 2 days before the wedding. We were in contact. They were roamed his call. Japa. Hey. The bride tried to slap the groom because the food arrived late and the DJ refused to play her song. The bride tried to slap who? As per he's her younger brother. Slap. That man is seeing red flag. He's waiting for us to tell him. Oh yeah, now stay. This one says, I can never forget this one. The bride's uncle wanted to cancel the wedding because the groom's family came late and they didn't bring pig as part of the things they accept. You know, like how some families collect cow and other things, their own is pig. It wasn't funny. The bride was heavily pregnant and she was just crying. What happened was that the groom was in talks with the bride and her mother, who was separated from her husband at the time. She told them about the pig, but the groom and his family are Muslims and it may be hard to transport pig from Ekiti to Kwara. The woman told him not to bother about it, so he forgot about it. Long story short, they begged and paid for the pig before the wedding could hold. The bride was nicknamed Iyawo Elelede in her husband's family till date. Somebody replied that and said, I don't blame them for this. During my wedding, my in-laws went to tell my dad that they won't give him cow or anything to support the feeding. Since my husband rented the hall, keep in mind that my dad wanted to rent and my husband said it was so small. My parents showed their guest Pepe no food or party favors for their guests. Party favor for each guest included customized bag, 6x6 bed sheets, large towel, customized mug, takeout food for each package. It totally pissed my in-laws off. I was so proud of my dad. My husband was proud too. He gave our Shrebi people. Okay, so basically this is like petty family versus petty family. As long as the both of you are happy, that's the most important thing. Another one said, I'm late, but I remember my uncle's wedding. He came with his wife from the US. This happened in the late 90s. Someone gifted the couple live tortoise and dried bird with a red cloth tied on it. Farm. Scary wedding stories. Oh. After the wedding, we decided to open the gifts to check which one we could take along and the ones they would leave behind. That's how we discovered. Thank God the presentation of gifts was captured on video. It was all from the bride's family. Guys, please, as much as possible, if you can make out time in your wedding where this gift presentation is done at a set time, let's say before they enter the hall, have them document it, or if you want them to come and present it, if you're having probably a trad or you have questionable family, make sure that it is captured, whether it's by phone, by GoPro or something. It has to be captured because it helps a lot so that we know where our problem is coming from. Amen. Because this is definitely voodoo. The next one says, this happened to me. The musician and MC that came for a booked were different from the one I booked. The musician traveled to the UK. DJ said he was sick. I only got to know at the reception. I had just decided that nothing was going to make me get angry that day. So I feel like this second part is a response to my brother's girlfriend was crying. She said she greeted me and I didn't respond. Over 500 guests. Please, I beg. Crying that what? Some people just like attention. Crying at your own wedding. Please, I beg, let's talk of more important things. A lot of times, bride couples don't pay for after party. Okay, this is a response to that other one. Yes, and it's true. So you can't. They can't expect photographer and video to stay after working from 6 to 8. Exactly what I said. You see, I was at the wedding when they were serving shawarma. They kept passing me. I asked the server. He said it's 1K for people who didn't buy a shrebi. I was so hungry. I could pay the 1K. This is so funny, but it's true, Sha. Maybe the shawarma people were called by the ashrebi people, but they also told them that it's possible others will want, so they can also sell if they finish giving this. So yeah. That's somebody was talking about the babysitting. The person talking about the naked. Her second one was to reply the person talking about the naked bride as a child. He said, it's possible. I'm 12 years older than my younger sister. I was part of those that babysitted her. So it's safe to say I saw her running around naked. Yes, I babysitted my younger sister. I'm 14 years older than her. Doesn't mean at her wedding I'll come and say how she was running around with nakedness. Doesn't make sense. The church elders were upset. This is the next one. The next one says the church elders were upset that she wore makeup in her pre-wedding flex banner that was set up for direction, so they removed it and used cardboard paper. Since they were called, the husband was cleaning the bride's makeup. He was angry that she wore makeup. It was a movie. Can you imagine? He was angry that she wore makeup, so he was cleaning it. Hey, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This one says, a male from our church gifted my uncle and his wife a dirty white dress. The filthiest white dress you could think of, wrapped in a beautiful box and gift bag. Luckily, my mom forbade them from opening the gifts in her absence and without praying. We prayed and opened all the gifts. Luckily, we had him on tape bringing the gift as well as us unwrapping the box. He still denies it. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is crazy. I've said this several times. Please, those of you that are newly married, before you open your gifts, get a pastor, imam, get people that are born again to pray. Get people that are led to pray. Don't even bring those gifts into your new home. Pray for them. Open them. In fact, leave them in your pastor's house. They should open it and pray for it. You shall move in first. Arrange your home first. Some people don't even take their gifts for a while because these things are important. These steps are important. There are certain gifts you should watch out for. Bedsheet gifts, clock, mirror, artifacts, those figurines, be careful. There are different things, there are different areas. I know that every gift can be used for bad, but then there are certain ones that are just spiritual markers for us to be careful. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Which of these stories resonated more with you in terms of weddings and all the craziness? Of course, you can let me know in the comment section. I remain your girl, Acid Darling. Please check out my other videos on the playlist, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.